Yo, what's going on YouTube? Can you guys hear me? Mic check, ear rape real quick. GZTV back with another video. My hair looks fucked up. Yes, I just woke up, but I'm here to shoot two quick videos. My fucking vinyl fell down yesterday. I'm kind of pissed off about it, honestly. We worked so hard to put all that shit up, and then one of the vinyls like fell over. I need to put that back up. We're also putting my Scarface picture up, a poster I got from Tommy Manning. So there's that. The background's gonna look sick. I'm not gonna be here for much longer though. Obviously, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, a decent amount of the day on Sunday, and then I have to go back to school. But yeah, obviously the content will continue. We have New Music Friday this Friday. See who drops an album on the first week of the year. That'll be interesting to see. But we have plot and critical reception here. We are here with season 6 of The Walking Dead. We are here in the 6th episode. After this, we have the This Week in the NFL video. We're going to have an NBA recap later tonight. I'm watching Lethal Weapon today. That's going to be the movie we're going to review tomorrow. So there you have it. Daryl, Sasha, and Abraham, leading the parade of walkers away from Alexandria, reach the predetermined point where they believe the walkers will continue away from the town and turn to head back. So they're getting ready to head back. Their mission is complete. They can finally return to civilization. They are ambushed by several men in cars, and Daryl is separated from Sasha and Abraham. We don't know really who these people are. Are they part of the wolves? Are they maybe even part of some of the hunters? Maybe leftover hunters? I think they all died. I think all the hunters died, actually. Maybe that's a dumb point. Daryl evades the attackers but crashes his motorcycle in a forest, so they're all separated from each other, and yeah, there's a lot of decent storylines that go on. We're trying to catch back up to the Alexandria group, but these guys are stranded, and we've dedicated a whole episode to that, which obviously is the beauty for Walking Dead, having all of these episodes. They can kind of slow things down a little bit. He walks through a burned out path before coming upon a pair of sisters, Tina, played by Liz E. Morgan, and Sherry, played by Christine Evangelista. The two fiend the two fiends surrendering to Daryl, following Dwight, played by Austin Emilio, hiding nearby to knock him out and take his weapons. So there's these other people out in the forest. There's a decent amount of civilization left. Like, we're pretty far into The Walking Dead, and these people just keep finding new people. Like, Daryl keeps finding new people. Everyone just keeps running into other people surviving, which is kind of interesting. Kept under gunpoint, Daryl is forced to travel with them as they look for Patty. Patty's like someone that's in their group, something like that. We're not really sure who Patty is, but that's kind of their mission. They kind of take Daryl hostage. So, until they find their friend, I guess. Dwight explains they were trying to flee a community that they had joined, but were forced to kneel and now are trying to escape. I'm assuming kneeling means like surrendering, stepping down. Yeah. They come to a walker-infested gas station, and Dwight laments that Patty is no longer there. She was like supposed to be there or whatever, but she's not. Meanwhile, Sasha and Abraham fend off their attackers and determine the attackers were lying in wait to ambush another party. Maybe they were expecting them to be here. But yeah, Abraham and Sasha. There's some decent moments between the two. I mean, obviously, it's not an intimate relationship. It's more like a philosophical. There's a lot of deep meanings. They talk about life stuff. They find an insurance office in a nearby town and hole up there, leaving signs for Daryl to locate them. They're making sure that when he comes around this area, he's going to know where they're at. Which, they end up finding each other at the end of the episode. I think that was the whole point of the episode, for these two parties to reunite. And they do, so that's cool. In the office, a walker is trapped in a glass-enclosed conference room, which Abraham wants to kill, but yeah, Sasha reminds him of the consequences of his actions as they are trying to otherwise stay hidden until Daryl can find them. Like, if he kills the walker, causes a big uproar, then the other walkers are going to know where they're at. For now, they're like hidden. They're safe for now. Daryl attempts to escape his captors with their supplies, but discovers their bag includes insulin for a diabetic Tina. So he feels really guilty. He feels really fucked up about himself. Like, why did he do that? He's such an asshole of a person for doing that. He really is. Obviously, he didn't know that Tina was diabetic, but yeah, it's kind of fucked up. He returns, demanding Dwight turn over his gun in exchange for the insulin when the group is attacked by more men in a truck led by Wade, who is played by Darren Cooper. So another new group that's probably going to become a part of the Walking Dead series, I would assume. I think they're going to have a pretty big part in it, just not yet. Obviously, the Wolves was a very short-lived stint, so maybe Wade and his guys take over the rest of the run of the season. Wade demands Dwight, Sherry, and Tina return what they took, so apparently they were a part of this like big community, I'm assuming. Daryl is able to help them escape in turn, luring one of Wade's men into a walker. He's like rustling the bushes. The guy comes over and he gets bit. The walker bites the man in the arm, forcing Wade to cut the man's arm off, therefore ending their pursuit. They're like, alright, it's over. So-and-so suffered a boo-boo, you know. Daryl continues with Dwight, Sherry, and Tina and come to the remains of a greenhouse where apparently some people from their group that they were friends with were there or something, and they turned into walkers and they died. Tina sees two figures encased in melted glass, but when she tries to examine them, the figures are still reanimated walkers that break free of the glass, bite her, kill her. That's such a dumb way to die. That is a stupid-ass way to die. You see a bunch of dead walkers on the ground, you go to examine them, they bite you. That is, oh my god. Daryl helps the two dispatch the walkers and bury Tina. Obviously, this is a very sad thing. Tina's the diabetic one, and she didn't even die from diabetes. She ended up dying from fucking walkers. Daryl then considers bringing them to Alexandria, though does not tell them of the location. He's thinking about just taking them there and not showing them, like, the direction. That's probably a good thing. When they agree, he leads them back to his motorcycle, after which Dwight puts Daryl at gunpoint and demands his crossbow and motorcycle. So now he's holding him hostage once again. Kind of a dumb move. Daryl knows how to survive out here. You guys don't, so good luck with that. Daryl turns them over, and Dwight and Sherry take off. Who knows where they went. Continuing on his own, Daryl finds a fuel truck with the license plate Patty 002 nearby, and realizes this was the Patty Dwight sought. This is what Patty was, the only working vehicle in the area. He takes the truck to rejoin his friends. So the next morning, Abraham scavenges the local area and finds an abandoned Humvee containing RPGs and a box of cigars on a bridge. So he's finding supplies to bring back to Alexandria. This is kind of like a supply mission / we're stranded. Hanging precariously from the bridge is a reanimated soldier with the RPG launcher slung over its shoulder. Abraham recklessly manages to get the launcher, but nearly at the cost of his own life. Like, the walker almost bit him. He was so fucking dedicated to get that launcher. Holy shit. He returns to the office with his finds and apologizes to Sasha that he does act without thought and wants to be a better person with her help. So maybe Sasha can help him be a better person. Like, again, this is kind of the reflecting. You gotta think about what the consequences of your actions are going to be before you do them. Later, he finds a partial army dress uniform and dons it as he and Sasha set off to meet Daryl. They don't have to do that. Daryl finds them. They find him with the truck, and the three start to head back to Alexandria, but hear a cry for help over the truck's radio. I'm pretty sure this is at the time where the wolves were, attacking, so that could be it. This isn't going to be a long episode, a long review necessarily. The debut of Austin Emilio as Dwight and Christina Evangelista as Sherry. Obviously, Tina died, but those two could have a pretty big role in the season. You never know. Pretty dope episode. 87%, 6.6 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes. Something of a filler episode for The Walking Dead. Always accountable, comes to life in its final moments with an exciting cliffhanger. Someone cries for help. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It seems kind of excessive for this episode, or for this show at this point. 7.3 out of 10 on IGN. Time for characters to reflect on shock and tragedy. It's the way this show works. It's what this story demands. B+ on the AV Club. Most of what happens in Always Accountable is about laying the groundwork for the future. Nowhere is that more apparent than in the final seconds. Because, something crazy is about to happen, it seems like. I think, assuming they're in the present day, I think this is something besides the wolves, but it could be the wolves. I don't know. We will have to see in the next episode. We will watch that tomorrow. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. GZTV, as always, giving you guys the best TV content. We got to get going here on the This Week in the NFL video.